hear the voice of reason.
Welcome to another edition of Tell It How It Is, No Filter. This is Voice of Reason in case you didn't know. Thanks for joining me once again. I'm here, Someone advised me, you start these things, you just go right in. I like to say, how are you doing? How do you feel? You can't answer me right now, right? It's not like you're sitting here. But I want to know how you feel. All my viewers, all my listeners, I'm checking in with y'all. What's good? Y'all doing all right? We know it's the end of the year, the holidays. How are y'all feeling? Do y'all entertain that at all? Does it matter to you? It's cool however you feel. But just to let you know, it matters. You matter. I hope everything is good mentally, because that's where it starts. We could get over everything else once our mental is right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm checking in with you mentally and hope that you're good. All right, now I'm going to go in. Said it before, if the man was going to take you serious and you have substance, most cases it doesn't matter how soon you sleep with him. This conversation is going to always be, how can I say it? I'm actually at a loss for words because it's not ever going to be as simple as this is saying, because it's from the man's perspective. So when a woman hears this, they're still going to operate off their perspective. And that's the problem. There's certain things that are addressed that if it's from a man's view, just listen, just hear it out. You can't really challenge it because that's how a man thinks. Most cases, never always, but most cases. And if there's a scenario with a woman and their view, we won't challenge it. We may have an opinion on it, but we're not going to, sensible, mature, logical men are not going to try to change it because there's just certain things about women's nature that we have no control of. So I say that to get you ready. So it's just like it says, if we meet you and it's on us, if we see something potential there, of course, physical attraction is first. There's nothing that could really change that. So that's going on, right? Hot and bothered and all that. But if we analyze it and we see that there's something there, there's some substance, we can hold conversations. Only we know. You know what I'm saying? So if we know this and there's other factors that may say, I want to see what's going on. This is someone that I might want to stick around. Let's see. See how pretty I painted that? You have substance. You got stuff going on, ladies. You're entertaining. You have humor. You're mature. You're not argumentative. You're not too masculine. Because it's like I can't leave the word out masculine entirely because, again, that'll get defended that y'all are justified, that when you have any masculine energy, it's a justified reason for it. I'm not going to challenge that. So all of these good things, right? Mixed in with the physicality of it. So, ladies, you say to yourself, I still want him to stay focused. This was inspired by Rock. Yo, The Rock, you know who you is. Ice cream, cherry on top. So sleeping with him is the ice cream. You're giving him ice cream. The cherry on top is these things I mentioned. Substance. Shit to make you want to pursue something real. So if you give the ice cream, I'm talking from Rock's perspective real quick. If you give the ice cream before the cherry, he may never focus back to get the cherry. I'm good with the ice cream. I don't need the cherry on top. I get that perspective, Rock. But there's a chance we can juggle both. Pause. So if we were chasing the cherry on top, the substance and everything else, and we're interested and you have our attention, aka the cherry, giving us ice cream first doesn't automatically disrupt that. It can, but it doesn't automatically. So I still say, don't judge, ladies, this, oh, I can't sleep with him on the first, second, third date, or whatever is in your mind about it, because honestly, you can still have your strategy, and I won't call it strategy, standard. You can still say, I don't care about nothing you're saying, voice of reason. I'm just not giving in till I feel that way. And whatever happens, happens. At least it went the way I wanted to for that part of it. I get it. That's why I said I would not try to touch on how the women view that. But we're just telling you from our perspective, 90%. I'm going to be that confident that 90% of the time, if we were pursuing you for something other than sex, that how soon you give that to us will not determine if we stay or not. It just won't. You know what I mean? But you can still move how you move, because I'm going to be voice of reason and understanding that you care how it looks, it being too soon. You care. But I'm telling you, it does not play. It's more in your head than the guy. Because if he just wants that, you know, Eddie Murphy Raw, if he wants just that, he'll wait and wait and wait. Then when you give it to him and you're like, okay, I'm yours, he's like, fuck you. Sorry. Because that's what the play was all along. That's immature. That's, you know, that's foul shit. If, you know, for me to dress it up, right? But honestly, it doesn't matter. I just want y'all to take like the pressure of that off of y'all a little bit. You can still move accordingly and say, you're going to wait such and such. You know, I said it last part about women being comfortable. Do it when you're comfortable. But I'm just saying, don't sit there. If you want to get it in the third date, but something's telling you that, oh, you don't want to be looked at. If you feel like the third date is time and he's taking you serious or trying to or will attempt to, the third time's not going to make him go, nah, I don't want her no more. Unless the sex is that trash, which we'll get into that later. Okay. This one I need some help with. A woman is herself 1 week a month. I need the person who gave me this to come on here. We're going to revisit this when I have a guest, female guest preferably. I'm only going to charge it to maybe that's her cycle. So ladies, when you get your monthly, that's a week, right? Give or take. That's when yourself, I guess, from a biological kind of prehistoric ways, because back in the days, kind of like vintage, right? I don't know how cycles went back then. I'm just saying, let's just go back to biological. That's something that's natural. So that's a woman naturally when she has her cycle. So that's all I really got for that. Women would have to really tap in if you want to leave comments on what does that mean when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I could come up with for that. So that was a quickie right there. Now, this one's from me off the top. I just thought of this and said, fellas, best sexy female music video. Like the ones that, you know what I'm saying? Dry porn, soft porn. Not so much that they really that raunchy, but you know what I'm saying. So I got a couple. I chose two. I had some other guys tap in. Y'all tell me. I have one from the ladies, just so it's not biased. I say Sierra Promise. Definitely. I say Kelly Rowland's Motivation. Definitely. Some other guys gave me Nelly Tip Drill. Remember BET Uncut? Exposing the age a little bit right here. Who remembers BET Uncut? So late night, you would get some things going on. You know what I'm saying? That was dope back then. Yeah, so Nelly's Tip Drill. Little Kim, How Many Licks? Weirdly but truthfully, Erykah Badu's Window Seat. Fellas, tap in. If you didn't see any of these videos, go to your YouTube right now and check it out, because this is a good list. This is a good list right here. The one that I give for the ladies, because that wasn't the topic, it said best sexy female. But I'm going to let women get one off. D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? Pause. So that's it on that. That was just a little fun exercise. You know what I mean? Okay. Would you leave your partner if you're not sexually satisfied? I had to talk about this before. Is this something that even deserves oxygen? Like, I know we're grown, we're getting older, we're looking for life partners, some of us, and there's a lot of important factors to determine who's going to be that. But I'm sorry. I don't care how old you get, unless your sexual appetite or drive was never high and is now declining. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass. If it was never high and it's declining, then this question doesn't matter to you. But for us healthy people who's had a pretty high sex drive, a normal one, even if it took somewhat of a decline from high, it's still above medium. This fucking matters. There's no conversation. I mean, I'm not going to say there's no conversation. Y'all can sit and have a chat or two about it. But if it doesn't improve, I wouldn't say walk out right then and there, the first encounter that gives this. The first time you're feeling this way, you should have a conversation. The second time, you can tell if somebody's making an attempt to change, improve, or go at it another angle. The third time has to be more progress as well. I'm not going to tell you when you should throw the towel in, but I know this is on borrowed time. No, I can't dress this up. You can challenge me, women, all you want. I don't care. This is on borrowed time. There is no way that this is going to make it. You can't tippy toe. You can't dance around that. It is what it is. So, yes, leaving is definitely in the blueprint if changes aren't made. Just like there's a shot clock. Sorry to take it there. There's a shot clock when men who are supposed to provide fall off, lose a job. Their woman's going to ride with them, right? But there's a shot clock on that. There's a shot clock with dating with women who want things to be more serious. And they're trying to see if you going to take them serious. There's a shot clock there. So there's a shot clock here. Everything got a fucking shot clock. You hear me? Time is valuable. Are you okay with your partner having opposite sex friends? We made this neutral, but we know what we really mean, right? But I'll be voice of reason. Subscribe to the channel right now. Share, comment, like. You can also catch me on the audio. I always put it in the bio, but I never really mention it. Spotify podcasters. That means you could get it on Apple Pod and any other listening audio places that provide podcasts. So that is also under Voice of Reason NF. You could type in Tell It How It Is, no filter. You'll see me. I have on the gray sweatshirt, glasses, front the mic to give you like the icon pick. So check the audio out, especially for times where you can't watch. I love for the views. I love the YouTube. I love doing the visual. But for those who driving and listening at work with their headphones, the audio will always be available. Like I said, it's usually in the bio right above the timestamps. Thank you. Hit that notification bell. All I can give you is that friends that were already spoken for, we can have a debate on that. Both sides. Friends already spoken for with some history, background. Of course, everyone meets each other. We have a time for both parties to analyze and interact with these friends you want to vouch for. Maturely, vibing out. Mental notes. How you feel. Then a mature conversation should be had after the fact to see how your partner feels about those interactions with those friends. If you do this soundly, maturely, at a reasonable pace, it's okay. That's it. Bottom line. Anything left out of what I just said is a cause for some turmoil. And brand new friends. It's that song, No New Friends. Listen, some of us apply that to our life in general, like not even for our partner's sake. We could be single. We could just be on our own wave and the new friend, no new friend thing may apply. There's new people you meet, interact with, could have a moment with, but you're not carrying on and they become your new bestie. That's very rare. It's not impossible to happen. I just don't see it. So yes, especially you work in the workforce, you out there, you mingle, you socialize, you're gonna meet people. There's a difference. You can meet people as associates, it's cool people, but you don't really add them to your top 5 or your favorite 5. You feel me? That should have been kind of spoken for. And I don't mean 20, 30 years, because there's people that I'm more cool with in the span of the last 5 than in the last 20. Not many, but it's like Fab said. I played it on didn't I do it on one of the pods when I used to play music in the intro? Never question the strength of the relationship based off the length of the relationship. That's a gem from Fab, but that is so true. So that don't really matter, but you have to do all of the homework and the steps to make sure both partners are comfortable with this. And no random hit-ups like 2, 3 in the morning, yeah, I need you. A colleague of mine said, you need us. You mean you need us to come through? Got it. And that's that on that. Too cool with co-parent vacation to get, no, wait. Slow down. I put that all in one line, that's why. Too cool with co-parents, meaning a couple who once was, that has a kid. Yeah, I'm breaking it down in layman terms. A couple who had a kid together that was once a couple. They're no longer a couple, but they're co-parenting. How cool is too cool? And there go the examples of too cool to me. Well, I was given it, but I agree. Vacations together, keys to each other's crib, spending the night. I can't defend none of these. I was going to try to pick one that's the lesser evil. I was looking at spend the night, but nah. Vacations together is crazy. Keys to the crib is... I just don't see why. I'm trying to be voice of reason here. I don't see the reason for any of this. Vacations together, I guess I ran into another colleague that they do that, but that's like the parent, let's say the mom has a new husband or man and they have kids and your kids there. So they bring them, and then you, as the guy over here, have your new woman, and maybe y'all have kids or y'all don't. It'd be better if they had kids. And maybe not. Anyway, and you combine those people and go on vacation. The mom and father of the kid that's no longer together, the co-parenting, and they just go on vacation, even if the kid goes too. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't say that's it right. And I ain't even talking about for me. I'm just saying if I hear this for anybody, nah. Keys to the crib, I don't see. They're going to try to say there could be an emergency reason, but I don't see the reason that's ever going to justify that. Why do I need the crib? Why do I need the keys to where my child mother is? And why does she need the key to where I'm at? That's just different. I don't know. It's like somewhere somebody can give me an example, maybe, because I'm open-minded. If just off the top for me to think it myself, I can't. I need help. But if somebody could tell me an example or show me something and I can say, I can see that, that's going to take a lot. But for me, just off the rip right here, say I can visualize any purpose for y'all to go vacation together, keys, or spending the night. I just don't see it. I can't feel that. I'm sorry. But everything else, I hope, is cool and smooth sailing. Any interaction on the phone, I still say a respectable hour should be played. No 2, 3 a.m. It's just like the friend. But the 2, 3 a.m. got to be an emergency. The child, something with the child. Not 2, 3 a.m. in the morning just to small talk. I don't think that ever is going to be good. You know what I mean? There is boundaries. Like, is there going to be a set time? Do you hit them up and go, yo, don't hit me after 12? I think just naturally, organically, if you have respect for each other's situation, you would know not to hit them up. First of all, the kid should be the majority of the reason for that. If you do want any small talk, I would do that when they're in each other's presence. Like if I go pick up my son or my son's mother comes and gets him from me, like something that brought us together, child's sake, and we're talking there. That would be the small talk. The on the phone, just random small talk. I don't know. I'm operating from somewhere else though. Everybody operates from something different that will make them look at that different. I'm only talking how I see it. So if you can present something to me, I can have an open mind and go, oh, I see that. I can see that. But just like off rip, nah. So that's it for that. Yo, I have a pet peeve. I didn't have a pet peeve in a long time. When any type of bikes, scooters cut in front of me at the red light, who feel me on this? Now, the bike lanes of the city is crazy. We can't even challenge that too much. But at the red light, for blocks that don't have the bike lane, I'm sick of the bus lane too, to be honest. I mean, I get it. I'm more open-minded for the bus lane, for the buses. Like, I'll take that. But the bikes are crazy. So, like, they get in front of you at this red light. Like, take the light. I'm sorry, I sound crazy. Take the light. Because you get in front of me at the red light. What are you going to do when the light turns green? You're going to slow me up. Because I don't care how fast you think you can pedal or how fast you think that scooter thing could go, electrolyze, whatever them fucking shits are. You're going to be in the way regardless. So if you're going to get in front at the red light, take the light. Especially if you're turning. That's all. That really, it's been happening so much and I've never said nothing or really paid attention to it. But it was just one day, and it's selfish because I talk about that with traffic too. When you need to be somewhere, things irritate you a whole lot more than when you on schedule or early. So I don't even think, but that's why I address it, because I don't even think I was in a rush. You can just be irritated. You feel me? Like there's so many different mood swings with driving. Like, it doesn't have to be I'm in a rush. I think I was done for the day, work or whatever. It just still was irritating. And maybe a long day of work can do that. So moods are sort of justified based on how you was moving all day long. You know, we used to joke, like, it's not even a joke. I used to say, people who don't really do shit all day, what's your complaint about? Like, if you know that's somebody who barely work or barely bust a move, and when they do bust a move, they're complaining and criticizing what they're seeing. It's like, but you should have all the patience in the world. You ain't, what you got going on? Can't tell you how to think though, but that was always a little weird to me. I feel like you're justified when you're busy. If you either always working, even when you get a day off, but you work a lot when you do work, I feel you can still be impatient there. I used to say it's debatable, like your day off, you should be calm. It's your day off. Nothing should irritate you, but that's impossible to say. It shouldn't irritate your entire time off. You know what I mean? It can be an isolated moment because people just do dumb shit. And I'm still talking about traffic and driving and all of that. So I understand how you can still get a little irate, but we must capitalize off of our time away from the grind. If we get a moment to just chillax, I feel like the stress level should automatically drop, if possible. So whatever would bother or irritate you during your work week, you should be able to kind of laugh at it when you're not working. It's a good exercise to try. I don't know if it's going to work out for you, but I try to like lessen it. If I'm not working and I know I'm not on schedule and I'm really rushing, even though sometimes away from work, you're still on schedule time-wise. Life just be lifing. That's that line right there. But still try to lower the stress level always, even during the work week, but especially with time off. You feel me? So I appreciate you for joining me. As always, subscribe to the channel, Voice of Reason NF, and I will be here every week for you, God willing. So till the next time, stay productive, stay progressive, and stay pushing. Peace. Stay safe.
The one you never argue with. Yo, we messing up this partnership. It's cause of me mainly, yeah, I started it. Guess that's why it's hard for you to pardon shit. Love the ladies, to you I'm just a